settled in so that we could get started. Bear with me, I'm just trying to log into all my accounts. I'm going to be going live tonight on YouTube and TikTok. So just setting that up. Tonight we're going to be doing a little, I thought I would do a little grooming session with the puppies live. So we're just going to come in, take a seat. Hi, my babies. Let's see. Let's see if they leave my tablet alone today instead. We'll see. We have a tendency to go for the tablet and they keep knocking me off the lives. So we'll see. Hi, my babies. Hello. See, he goes straight for the tablet. I know. You know what? What's going on, girl? What's going on, Sally? You joining us tonight? Let me fix the camera. I just noticed that you can't even see my face. Hold on. Thank you. Thanks, 3M. Let me fix the camera a little bit. I'm doing a dual camera thing, going live on TikTok and YouTube, so let me try and fix that. I'm going to raise this a little bit, guys, okay? You see me completely or you see half of my head? All of me? Because on my tablet, all I saw was half of me. You tell me. Sally. Tell me, can you see all of me? Yeah? Okay, all right, I just wanted to make sure. For some reason on my tablet, it was only half. As long as you guys can see me, okay? All right. Let me sit back down. I gotta do grooming maintenance on the pups, so I thought I would come in and do it live. I gotta cut their nails. I gotta cut their nails, clean their wrinkles, clean their ears, all of that stuff. So I thought maybe you guys could join me. Hi, baby. How's everybody doing tonight? I had some really bad storms on the way home. Anybody else get stuck in any of those? I don't even know where to put the tablet. They're always constantly eating it and taking me off alive. All right. I'm going to get started, guys. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining, Frenchie fam. I have 2 litters of 13 Frenchie babies. First litter is 6 weeks old. They'll be 7 weeks old on Monday. Second litter will turn 6 weeks old on Saturday. Tonight I have to do their routine grooming session, so I thought I might as well take the opportunity to do a live. I gotta cut some nails, clean some ears, clean some wrinkles, all those things. Sally, you just gave Quancho a bath? You took him to the groomer? What'd you do, Sally? I see he's clean. Bree, so I can't talk about prices on the live. I've gotten in trouble for that in the past. So someone told me a trick about talking about bananas. So we're going to talk in code, okay? The short-haired babies start at 3 bananas, and the fluffies are 3.5 bananas, with the exception of 3 puppies, but everybody else, those are the prices. Oh, see what I mean? Oh, they already took me off. Oh, no. All right, hold on, bear with me. They're constantly taking me off. I gotta figure this out. Hold on, let me log back in. Yes, correct, Bree. Let's see. All right, there we go. I really got, like I said, I got to figure out this tablet situation. What you doing? You know what it is? I think they smell the treats. Tonight I thought I would start introducing them to treats. So I'm pretty sure they smell that in the basket. So I'm just cutting some nails, and you see, for the most part, they're used to this by now. I am in New Jersey, Central Jersey. So I start cutting their nails from week 1. That way, by the time they go home, they're super used to it. And you can see, she stays still for me. Now, they might not all stay still for me, but for the most part, most of them do. I don't know where to put this thing. Aw, Sally, love you. Thank you so much. So yeah, I always hear horror stories of, ow, no biting, or I see TikToks all the time of Frenchies at the groomers, and they're just a nightmare to try and groom. So that's really important to me. So since day one, we start early, cutting nails, touching their ears, playing with them, rubbing their bellies, all these things, so that, and then like combing their fur, so that they get used to it, and my babies don't become any of those horror stories you see on social media. Oh, they're eating my slippers up like crazy right now. It's okay, it's okay. Oh, you know what I did forget? I forgot the nail grinder. Alright, that's in another room. I'll have to do that later. I also introduced them early on to the nail grinder, so they get used to that. Because I'm in Central Jersey. So East Brunswick, to be exact. Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate that. Hi. So after I cut their nails are still pretty sharp. So I use the nail grinder to get them used to that too. Hi, baby. Hold on. It'll be your turn soon. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So this is a typical night over here. Everybody is playing, surrounding me, trying to steal anything I have with me. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I got one more nail to go. Hold on. Hold on, I can't see. Good girl. See? And I just did all 4 claws. What you got? What you got? What do you want? What do you want? Okay. Let me get all my tricks, my goodies. Hold on. Alright. Then I'll grab a wrinkle wipe. I like this natural brand. What can't I see? Hold on. I'm trying to figure out. I should be able to see now. There we go. Clean their wrinkles. That way they get used to that too. Oh, come on, girl. It's really important to always clean the deep folds, the wrinkles of Frenchies. They could get a lot of bacteria trapped in there and stuff like that, and that can cause infections. So they don't like it very much, but I try to get them used to this at an early age. Clean their wrinkles. I should probably throw a little baggie here. Okay. Hold on, baby. I'll be done with you soon. What else I got? My little finger ear wipes. What's back here? You're trying to run away? Come here. I'll be done soon. Hold on. But yeah, so that's kind of going to be my routine tonight. Kind of just cleaning all of them. How is everybody doing tonight? You still clean him after every walk? That's awesome. That's really important. That way, you know, he stays clean, his paws, and he doesn't try stuff into the house. I know. It's going so fast, Sally. I can't believe that either. Come here, now, don't you? Carlin, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, you got that right, Sally. Sorry, I'm trying to go back and scroll through the chat. Already used to the ear thing too. Let me do the other one. Let me do the other one. I hear somebody behind me trying to feel some treats. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hi. Are still? I'm coming away. I'm not done with you. I'm not done with you. Oh. They're always knocking me off of these lives. I need another setup to be able to see these comments. Oh. Alright, good girl. Good girl. I should have brought a bag. Alright, let's see. Hi. Let's see. Yeah. Kind of getting used to this one also. I haven't used a brush on them yet, but I love this mitten, this glove brush thing. I just kind of clean the fur a little bit, getting used to that. Oh, you're making so much noise. Oh, anybody want to come help me? Good girl. Who's a good girl? Yes, you're gonna give me kisses. Kisses. She's saying thank you for keeping her nice and clean. Alright. Alright. And then lastly, I got paw protector. I kind of put this is okay to use on their nose and their paw pads. So I get them used to that too. Now at this age, they haven't, you know, they can't go outside yet, so their paws don't get rough. But again, and their nose is not dry yet either. But it's all about just getting them used to the whole maintenance process. So it's so much easier, again, when they go home. Oh, my chats. Oh my goodness. Where are we? Hold on. Oh man. I don't know. Somebody give me some kind of idea of what I can look at my comments in here in the chat while I'm in here, because every time I've gone live, it's been the same thing. This is not working for me. Okay, where'd you go? Oh, she ran away. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, baby. Good girl. Come. Good girl. Who's a good girl? Yes, who's a good girl? Let me see your paws. Let me see your paws. Let's see. I'm almost done with mine. 12 more to go. Let me see your nose. Let me see your nose. There you go. Back paws, back paws. I know. This one is taking a little longer to get used to, especially when I put it on their nose. Alright. One down. Let me just give her a treat. Now, their teeth are really, really small still. It's hard for them to chew. So I just kind of gotta cut this treat into a really small piece for her to chew. No, you don't want it? Okay. Sure, I got see if that was right. Alright, y'all are quiet tonight. Don't got any questions for me? I'm just kind of watching all the puppies everywhere in my grooming process. You want it? No? Yes, no, maybe? You're gonna steal it from me if you want it. Oh. No? You don't want it? Okay. I got one down. I'm putting back. Alright, let's see. You want next? You want next? Alright, let's see. Good girl? You good, good girl? Yes. Alright. I'm going to continue on my routine with the puppies. If you guys have any questions, go ahead, throw them in the chat, and I will take a look. What's the matter? You want next? There we go. Hey, friends. How's it going? Thank you so much for joining our live. I have 13 Frenchie puppies, 2 litters of 13 puppies total. First litter will be 7 weeks old on Monday, and the second litter will be 6 weeks old on Saturday. So I thought I would have you guys join me for their weekly grooming routine. That's what I'm going to be doing tonight. You know, so important to teach them from an early age that this is all safe. And that way, once they transition to their new forever homes, it just makes it so much easier. Alright, so I am live tonight on TikTok and YouTube. So I'm just trying to look at the comments for both chats. Oh, easy, guys. Be nice. Gentle. They play so rough at this age sometimes. Hi, kitties. JTS, you got how many? You got 4 kitties? Tiger, Lily, Mia, Philo, and Clyde. That's a whole lot of kittens. I'm sure that's just as much mayhem as these guys, huh? See? You see how used to it they are? They don't even flinch at this point. That's because I start trimming their nails at 1 week, when they're 1 week old. Especially at that age, their nails are so little that they're razor sharp, and they actually end up hurting mom if you don't cut them starting at an early age. So that's why I start early. Because I don't know if you guys have ever seen puppies eating from their moms. The way they do, something like with kittens, when they latch on to their moms, they use their paws to kind of knead onto the mom's, for lack of a better word, boobs, right? They do that, and that helps the milk let down. But because their nails are so sharp, they end up digging that into mom, and sometimes it hurts mom, and mom's going to want to feed them less. So I start, 1, cutting their nails for that reason, so that way they don't hurt the moms, and 2, also to get them used to the whole process in the first place. It's a 2-for-1 deal. I got 2 little thieves over here that stole all the treats, the treat bag. Oh my gosh. Right? He's used to it, right, Sally? This is why I started at such a young age. Guys, easy. 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 Taking my shirt. Again, almost 6 and 7 week old puppies. It's all pure energy at this point. But it's silly because it's like little short spurts of energy. Biting me? Stop biting me. Stop biting my clothes. It'll be a good like 30 to 40 minutes of all this chaos. You see, stop biting my hands. And then, actually, you can see it already. They're starting to already go down. Nap time. So it's not, it's cute and comical because it's tolerable. Like I said, it'll be a good 30 to 40 minutes of all this play energy. And then nap time again for a couple hours. And that's really much all they do still. A lot of eating, pooping, playing for a little bit, and sleeping. Lots of sleeping. Hold on. All right. So, and also with the fluffies, she's a fluffy, which means long hair. The hair grows like over the nail, so it also makes it a little bit harder to see where the nail is. So you just gotta kind of, guys, easy, easy. Come on, come here. What's going on? Relax. What's wrong? What's wrong? You're feisty. Why are you so upset? What's the matter? Wow. You're really upset. You're okay. You're safe. It's okay. Got all upset with his sister. Yeah, it's okay. You're fine. You're good, right? We're good. Feisty little one clearly tonight. Hello, Toe. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Welcome in, Frenchie fam. You're good now? You're good? I'm gonna put you down? You gonna behave? No feistiness? Like I said, so the fluffies will have a little bit longer hair over the nails. So you just gotta pull back the hair a little bit to see the nail, to be able to cut it. But if not, all you're gonna be doing is cutting hair, really. No. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm barely covering even the tip. It's okay. One last nail. We're almost done. That's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. With that part. All right. We'll continue the routine. So, one of the tricks with trying to prevent as much as possible the tear stains for the Frenchies is to give them A, filtered water, never give them tap water, and B, to use, I don't know if you can see it in the corner, stainless steel bowls that you usually, unless it's a diet issue, usually would help prevent tear stains. Because like the water has so many minerals, all that builds up, that causes tear stains. And then, I don't know what it is with the plastic bowls, but that can also cause it. So, I always use stainless steel, and that's helped. That was a trick that an old mentor taught me a long time ago, and it really does work. And if those two don't work, then sometimes it's also could be diet. If it's too rich in certain proteins, that will cause the tear stains. These are French bulldogs. I have Frenchie babies, 13 babies, 2 litters. Hey Yvonne, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I have 2 litters of 13 Frenchie babies. I have to do my grooming routine with them, grooming maintenance with them. So I thought I would go ahead and hop on a live for a little bit and see you guys, talk to you guys if you have any questions, and have you guys watch my routine of how I get these babies used to this whole process. Let's do some ears. Just loosen the ears. Now some of these babies, their ears are starting to stand. This is about the time between week 6 and 7 that their ears start to stand. It's always a lot easier for the short-haired puppies for their ears to come up first because the more fur on their ears, the heavier they are, so it takes a little longer for them to stand up. So most of our short-haired babies, if you see, their ears are already up. And there's like one fluffy girl that her ears are up. All the other ones are still haven't gone up. Now so ears are cartilage, right? What they need to be able to have their ears go up is A, yes, time, and B, if that doesn't help, then I will incorporate cottage cheese because that has calcium. Calcium helps their ears stand up. If by, like I said, week 7 they haven't stood up, then I'm going to have to tape the ears for like a day just to help them stay up, and that usually will help them, stay up for the long run. That and continuing to give them the cottage cheese, which helps a ton. I'm almost done. She's like, run away, run away. She is a really sweet little girl. She is very calm, very mellow. This is a little fluffy blue and tan girl. And now I'm just putting paw protector on their paws. And again, it's not that they need it yet because these little babies aren't allowed outside yet. They can't go outside till they have their first shots. And that'll be, the older litter will be getting their first shots on Monday once they turn 7 weeks. And then about a week or 2 after that, then they could go outside once they have a little protection. So they haven't gone outside yet, but it's more to get them used to, the paw balm and on their nose and stuff like that. Good girl. Good girl. They're so intrigued by this basket and all my goodies. Which blue merle, girl? I have a couple, actually. I got this little short-haired blue merle. She's in the corner sleeping. I don't even know if you could see her. I don't think you can see her on the live. She's in the corner over there. She's a fluffy blue tri-merle, which means she's got 3 different colors. She's absolutely gorgeous. I got a couple blue merles, girl. I got the girl in the back. The one that's stealing the wipes right now, probably. I figured it was her. So she's actually spoken for. She's going to be going down to Virginia. I'm going to meet them probably in Maryland is what we came up with, and then halfway. And yeah, she'll be going to Virginia. I got puppies going everywhere this time, Sully. I got a little girl going to Georgia. She's the little blue merle. She's going to Virginia. This little girl over here is going to be going to Ohio. But, they're going all over the country. So how's Poncho adjusting to the heat in Florida? What's wrong, Barbs? Too much cuteness overload? She's stealing everything. She stole the wipes, she stole the treats. She's like, I want it all. Where'd my treats go? Where'd my treats go? Let's see, baby, you want a treat? Well, no, I remember he worked from home, but I figured even with the backyard and everything and the heat, I wonder how he's tolerating that. You want a treat? You want to try this? You want to try this? No? You dropped it. Where'd it go? Ah. There you go. Try that. So I like these soft puppy bites from Wellness. They're really soft and it's so much easier for them to chew when they're this age because their teeth are so tiny. They have the tiniest little buds. You're not letting her eat it. Hold on, baby. Here, it's right here. It's right here. Maybe it's too big. Here, I'll make it smaller. Let me get your treat. Yeah, it's the tiniest little buds that they have. Really sharp, but tiny little buds. Good girl. You got that? Yay. This is the first time I give them treats. I was waiting for their teeth to be slightly big enough to be able to chew. And you see, I don't know if you can see it, it's the tiniest little pieces I'm giving them. Right now, I'm transitioning their mush consistency, which is usually, when you start off, it's ground kibble because they can't chew. I'm transitioning that now to really soaked kibble that's been soaked for like 2 hours, so it's ultra soft and easy for them to chew. Where'd it go? Oh, I lost that. Because their teeth are so tiny. But you know, by the time they're eight weeks or so, then they'll transition to dry kibble. You got that? There you go. Good girl. You want to try again? You want to try a little piece again since I already finished with you? Here, Mama. Here, Mama. I'm located in New Jersey. There you go, baby. There you go. You got that this time. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. You want one more piece? Hey. Hey. You smelling those treats? Good girl. I'm gonna grab another puppy. You have 2 treats. Who's next? Oh, who's next? Oh, let's see how he does. He, I'll be honest, does not like me touching his nails. So let's see how this goes. Where'd it go? Oh, man. Where'd it go? Oh, here they are. Man, they grab everything. All right, let's see. You get the good boy? Oh, easy. Oh, it's my nail. No biting. All right, let's see. Hold on. Boy. Good boy. Oh, you're being a good boy. You camera shy all of a sudden. Let's see. Let me see. I can't see. Okay, you want to let me see? Hold on. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. He doesn't usually let me go through even one paw. Okay. We're getting better. Ow. No biting. That was hard. No biting. Now these guys in the back, they're entertained with duck feet. They love these duck feet. Now a lot of Frenchies are allergic to chicken, so we don't give them chicken feet. We give them duck feet. They love these things. I'm almost done. You're doing great. Oh, no biting though. So where's everybody joining from tonight? Chat's kind of quiet tonight. Where are you going? Hold on. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. I was wondering how long he was gonna last. It's okay. It's okay. I'm doing great. We're almost done with this part. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more paw. You're doing great. Don't fall asleep on me, guys. my routine kind of takes a little long because it's all 13 puppies. Yay, good job. Good boy. It's the first time he's actually let me do all 4 paws at once sitting. Good boy. Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Good boy. That's it. Okay, let's do some wrinkles. He doesn't mind the rest of the stuff, he just doesn't like the nail cutting. But he's getting used to it. See? That's why, you know, I do it about once a week or so. That way they really are used to it by the time they go home. What you trying to get? You stealing things. You stealing things. Sally, talk to me. How are the kids? How are they loving Florida? They go back in August, right? They go in earlier, I believe, back to school. One more ear. And at this age, they really don't have anything in their ears. I don't know if you guys could see. All of them have been super clean. But again, it's more about just getting them used to it. The earlier you start, the earlier, they accept it and get used to it. You flipped it over. Look all my stuff. Don't run away, you're not done. Here. Here. Don't you want your treat? No. You guys didn't have me yet. Here. Treat. Go. Go. Let's grab this. I'll be done soon. I'll be done soon. Here we go. Let's do a little grooming mat, brushing mat, however you call this thing. This is a pretty reverse brindle boy. And by reverse brindle, it's usually a brindle pattern has the fawn base and the black color stripes. He's the reverse. His base color is blue, and the brindle is very faint. You can barely see it, and they're like a fawn color, like a tan, very light. So that's what a reverse brindle is called. Well, that's what a reverse brindle is. So he's a blue reverse brindle boy. Good boy. Good boy. Alright, one last thing. Not biting my toes. Hey, no. 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 No slippers. Thank you. To your nose, to your nose. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Back paws. Almost done. I give you treats. Jose, these are French bulldogs. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. I have 2 litters of 13 Frenchies total. 7 in the first litter, 6 in the second litter. So 13 babies altogether. They are almost 6 and 7 weeks old in a few days. Come here. You want a treat? Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. I'll give you a treat. Good boy. Come here. Come here, baby. Good boy. Good boy. No, not puppy mill. These are the only 2 litters I have for the year. So I'd appreciate it if you ask questions instead of coming into the live and assuming. I very carefully breed to be the complete opposite of a puppy mill and be a selective breeder. Come here. Hold on, mother. Hold on. Yep. But yeah, everybody's quiet tonight. You have a ton of questions. Y'all just watching the sessions. Is that what's going on? Oh, what are you doing? You want my treats? Oh, buddy, you gotta earn the treats. You gotta earn the treats. I don't know what to do. Where'd these scissors go? Oh man, I'm gonna lose everything. Who will go next? So 13 puppies total, 7 in the first litter, so 5 girls and 2 boys in the first litter, and the second litter is a litter of 6, 4 girls and 2 boys. And yeah, these are the only 2 litters I have for the year. I only do 1, tops 2 litters a year to begin with. I very carefully select how many breedings I'm going to have. I keep it small. I make sure that most of my babies have a home, and then I do, like there's a waiting list, and then a couple of reserved ones that I do leave unreserved for like last minute buyers and things like that. But for the most part, all my babies have homes. Hi, where'd you go? I already did you. And then also, the most important clause in my contract is that if for any reason you're not able to keep any of my babies, they come back to me, no matter what, no questions asked. No, for no reason whatsoever can any of my puppies ever end up in a shelter. Okay. This is another beautiful little girl. She is a blue fawn, fluffy girl. She's ultra quiet, very sweet. I got a couple that have a ton of energy for a little bit, and then I got some of them that are really mellow and chill, and this is one of them. They're all kind of falling asleep. See, I don't know if you guys were with me from the beginning, but like I said, they do a good, want attention? They do like a good 30 to 40 minutes of lots of puppy chaos, and then it's nap time again. What time is it? Yeah, 9 o'clock. That sounds about right. Now these guys will get one more meal tonight of mush, and they'll feed off of mom's, and then that'll be it. So like around 10 o'clock I'll feed them, and then they'll take about a 6-hour nap, and then I'll feed them again first thing in the morning by like 4 a.m. So I have a couple still available. I have a decent amount reserved, but I always leave a couple for situations like this, for when, a family comes along that still wants one. I usually don't do 2 litters back to back. It's just the way it ended up happening this time. But I usually spread, the 2 litters throughout the year. But like I said, these are the only 2 litters I will have for this year. And then I will not be having any more litters until probably the summer or fall of 2027. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to keep it as fair as possible. I really do. I see tons of breeders that sell them for like $10,000, $20,000, and I really, really don't understand how they can consciously do that. I mean, I understand the money aspect, but who who can actually really afford that? Unless you're a really famous person, millionaire, things like that. Who can afford those prices? I try to keep my prices fair for families. I don't want my babies to end up being trophy dogs. I want them to be loved by families. And your everyday, family is not going to be able to afford a $10,000 or $20,000 dog. And even if they could, with having kids and everything, especially having to worry about college and all those things, who in their right mind really would, So no, I try to keep it fair. My most important thing is for these babies to go to homes where they're going to be loved. That's what's most important. Hold on, one more, baby. One more, come see. Hi. You want more treats? You want all the treats, huh? It's quiet tonight. I hear crickets tonight. What's going on, guys? One more class now. But yeah. So, you see how they take to cutting nails. Like I said before, the last thing I ever want is for any of my babies to end up on Instagram or TikTok and any of those videos that go viral where you see a Frenchie or groomer going completely nuts, and the poor groomer, is really scared to touch them because the dog is going to bite them or anything like that. That's the last thing I want with my puppies. So, day one, play with their paws, play with their ears, cut nails, really handle them so they are completely desensitized from that and don't end up on any of those horrible situations. So the darker puppies, it's usually really hard unless it's gotten really bad for you to see tear stains if they end up with it, right? Because the darker color will hide it easier, and if you maintain it, it makes it go away. The light colored puppies, that's where you really see, and it's really hard to get rid of the tear stains once they start. But like I said, I don't know if everybody was here earlier, what really helps with tear stains is filtered water, right? Not giving them tap water because all those minerals in tap water end up building up in the tear stains. So filtered water, and also they're hiding it back there, but stainless steel water bowls. I don't know what it is about stainless steel water bowls, but it helps with the tear stains. The plastic ones will definitely make the tear stains worse. I don't know what the correlation is, but I tried that to prove a fact, and yeah, after a while, it takes a little while, but the tear stains come when there's plastic bowls, and plus plastic bowls are not good for the dogs anyway. It collects bacteria so much more than the stainless steel ones, so it's always best to steer clear of those plastic bowls. And then if those two things don't solve it, then also could be a diet issue, like a gut imbalance issue. Gut imbalance issue, and then also depending on the protein, sometimes it's too high of a protein for these babies, or dogs in general with tear stains. Sometimes it's their diet. Oh, what am I doing? See, I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. That was silly. It's an ear wipe. I'm sitting here talking and not paying attention clearly. Right, baby? That was silly. Ay, ay. Right. I got quiet in here. Ah, see? Because it's definitely, the filter water helps so much. I'm glad you do filter water. Now I'm curious if where you got her from told you to do that, or did you guys just do that on your own? Out of curiosity. Let's do a little mat. So these guys, oh, I love that. You guys just decided to do it. It's so much better for them anyway than tap water for all dogs, honestly. So Frenchies shed. It's not a huge amount of shedding, but they definitely shed. So you're definitely gonna want to comb them, or else, you will be, I guess, go figure. I have a black shirt. I don't have a ton of fur on me. I'm surprised I don't. But if you don't, groom them at least once or twice a week, you're gonna have a decent amount of fur everywhere, especially like with the fluffies, because they're not huge shedders, but still a normal amount. But that's the way they should be. That's the point of getting, any of these babies, whether they're Frenchies or any other dogs, is to spoil them, That's when you know you're doing it right. To your belly. To your belly. So I can't talk about prices on the life because I've gotten in trouble for that. Someone taught me a trick to say bananas. So we're gonna use that as our keyword, so that way I don't get filtered out and I don't get blocked or anything like that. My babies their short hairs start at 3 bananas, if you get what I mean. Just add a couple zeros to that. And then the fluffies are 3.5 bananas, with the exception of 3 puppies. Everybody else is 3 to 3.5. The two gray puppies that are husky pandas, and my new shade Isabella. Those guys are a little bit more, but for the most part, 3 to 3.5. Right. You see how calm this little girl is? Sweetest little thing. Oh my. Okay. I keep losing everything. Where'd it go? Where'd my... Oh, it's under me. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's do a nose. So these guys are family raised from day one with my kids and myself. I have 3 boys. I have a 7, a 12, and a 19-year-old. And they're helping me in the whelping boxes from day one, handling these babies. Very gently, but they've learned to handle them. I find that really important, that they get used to being handled by different people, different age ranges. That way, by the time they go home to their families, they're really well adjusted to family life. They're adjusted to being handled, to everyday noises, like the vacuum, like, any kind of loud noises. If I have the music in the background, like sometimes I will do early neurostimulation, so it's like the noise, like to desensitize them of loud noises. So like we will do pot banging, not super loud, but pot banging, so they kind of get used to that and aren't startled by things like that. We'll give all these babies individual attention. Like yesterday, for instance, my 2 younger kids and myself will grab a puppy and kind of keep them, each one individually. We'll grab them and we'll play with them, so that way all 13 get lots of love, lots of attention individually. We'll just kind of like veg in the bed, all 3 of us, with a puppy each for a little while we're watching TV and playing with them. And then after a little while, we'll switch puppies and stuff like that. So that way they're really well adjusted by the time they go home. Spoiled babies too here. Actually, let me give you a treat. You earned a treat. Oh my gosh. Here we go. 2 litters. First litter will be 7 weeks on Monday. second litter will be 6 weeks old on Saturday. As far as genetic testing, the moms and dads are 7-panel health clear to all the major hereditary diseases that are most common to French bulldogs. Mama, you don't want your treat? Come here, Mama. Come here. You don't want your treat? Come here. You earned a treat. You don't want it? She's running. She's like, no. Come here. Come here, baby. No. She's like, no. All right, I'll bite. Come here. Come here, Mama. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come. Good girl. Here you go. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Oh, you dropped it. Got it? Good girl. Want another one? Thank you, Rose. They're French bulldogs. 2 litters, 13 pups. I have almost 6 weeks old and almost 7-week-old babies. Yeah, one more treat. One more treat. They were active just a little while ago, but they're active for like in spurts. A good 30 minutes or so of really, really being active, and then it's nap time. So this is why a lot of them are going down now. And then in probably about an hour or so from now, it'll be the same thing all over again. High energy, and then nap time again. You got it? Good girl. There you go. I gotta wake babies up so I can continue my grooming routine. Really, babies? Oh, sorry. Let's see. Okay. So yes, a couple of these babies are still looking for their forever homes. So if you guys are interested, just send me a DM, or there's a link in my bio for a puppy application. Come here, baby. I'm sorry I gotta wake you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. He's just gonna continue sleeping in my arms. There we go. She's out. She's like, good night. So, and I really, when they're this little, I really like these scissors type of nail clippers versus like the other regular dog nail clippers that are out there. I find like I have better precision of cutting just the little tips when they're this little. Ooh, it's okay. I got you. That's it. Little bits. It's okay. I got a couple gray ones. Yeah, she's still asleep while I'm cutting her nails. I got a couple gray ones. I got this gray, well, it's called blue technically. So blue Merle. I got this gray one over here, who's actually a lilac and tan husky panda. And then by husky panda, it just means the markings around his eyes. Still 100% French bulldog. Just the markings are called husky panda. And then I got the fluffy blue and tan in the back. And next to her is the girl long-haired version of him. She's a lilac and tan fluffy husky female. And again, it just means the, I wish I could show you, they're both asleep. It just means the pattern across their eyes. That's what that means. On which one? I was wondering which one you meant by the gray one. But, so this little girl is part of the first litter. She's 7 weeks old. And then these 3 are part of the second litter, who are going to be 6 weeks old on Saturday. But yeah, this is how you do. They are of us always constantly always playing with them, always touching their paws and stuff like that, but they will literally sleep right through it. So this little guy, 6 weeks old. Or they will be 6 weeks old on Saturday, but we're close enough that I could say 6 weeks old. And I usually send these babies home at 10 weeks old. I'd like to keep them a little longer. Most, a lot of breeders will send their babies home around 8 weeks. I like to keep them a little bit longer. They stay with mom a little bit longer, and they're a little healthier to go home. And then there's also, some things that mom can teach them in those extra 2 weeks. So I keep them a little bit longer. These babies will be ready to go to their forever homes on or about August 1st, depending on the litter. They're 5 days apart, so that's why I said August 1st, because the first litter will be 10 weeks old, whatever that Monday before August 1st is, and then the second litter will be 10 weeks old exactly on August 1st. Good girl. Sorry, Lucy. So I'm in New Jersey, and then we're gonna talk in code because I can't say prices directly on the live, so I don't get in trouble. We're gonna say bananas. The short-haired babies start at 3 bananas. The fluffies are 3.5 bananas, and add a couple zeros. And then, with the exception of 3 really special puppies, which are the 2 husky panda babies. And can you see him in the live? I don't think you can you? He's in the corner. He's in a new shade Isabella fluffy baby. Those 3 are a little bit more than the rest of them. But everybody else, like I said, short hair is 3, fluffies 3.5. Like I said earlier, I tried to keep my prices fair so that it's not a struggle too much, hopefully, for families. I don't know if I should clean your ears, baby. You're still dead asleep. I don't even know what to continue to do. Everybody fell asleep on me. I only got not even halfway through my grooming routine. Everybody's out. Do some ears. Do some ears. Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. I will grab the male husky panda in a second. Let me just finish with her, okay? He's also asleep, but I'll hold him up for you so you can see him. Let's see. I'm sorry. I woke you. I'm sorry. I know. So rude. I'm sorry. Can I do some wrinkles? Can I do some wrinkles? There we go. There you go, good girl. All right, pause. Pause. No, not even pause. Am I gonna groom you? That's it. So I'm in New Jersey, J-Rock, Central Jersey to be exact, and I do have a couple babies left. I have a good amount that have already homes reserved, but I have a couple left. I have 2 boys left and like 4 girls left. 4 girls left. I woke you, I'm sorry. That was not nice. But how else are you gonna get a treat for being such a good girl? Right? Right. almost done. We're almost done. Let me do some pause. And like I said, the only part I'm missing out of the routine is the nail grinder. I ended up forgetting to bring it in, but I will do that probably tomorrow off camera. At this point, I'm not gonna, the nail grinder is actually downstairs, so I will do that later on. But that's also part of the routine, so that way they get used to the nail grinder also. Because even though I cut the nails, it still leaves them pretty sharp. So that way I kind of just file them down a little bit and they're not so sharp and jagged. And that way they get used to that process also. Right, good girl. Right. They're just the sweetest little things. They just go ahead and let me do what I need to do with them. Right. Good girl. Good girl. Now you get your treat. Sorry. You have a mini Frenchie? How big is your mini Frenchie? Even Concho's falling asleep. Girl, it's... Ooh, girl! Concho, it's way past Concho's bedtime. They're so used to going to sleep at 8 that I'm pretty sure he's still on that routine, isn't he? Thanks. Thanks, Sally. Love you, girl. Appreciate you. Ooh, where'd it go? Hey, baby, don't you want your treats? You want your treats? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No, you don't want your treats? You bring some treats. Hold on. Come here. Don't you want your treats? Come on. There you go. Good girl. Got that? Got one more for you. You're awake now? I'm gonna grab you. You're awake? Come here. It's your turn. Oh, wait, I did promise to show you Mr. Monaco. That's his name. Hold on. See? This is Mr. Monaco. Can you see him well? This is a beautiful little boy. He's going to be gorgeous. I love his tan points. I don't know if you guys can see it. His cheeks have tan points. Really, really pretty little boy. Hopefully you got to see him. It just, okay. Why does that do that to me every single time? Okay. Okay. Every single time at the 1 hour, oh, did I just put my butt in everybody's face? Sorry. At the 1 hour mark, TikTok knocks me off the live every single time. Let me go back in. I wonder why it does that. I gotta figure that out. I really gotta figure that out because it's every single time. Now I gotta go back in. Bear with me, YouTube. Sorry about that. Go back in. Every single time. So J-Rock, talk to me about your mini French Bulldog. How big is he? Let me sit. Thank you. Let me go back in here. Hey, sorry. Welcome in, guys. I gotta figure that out. I don't know why at exactly the 1 hour mark, TikTok every single time will cut me off the live. It'll end it abruptly. Hi. I really gotta figure that out. Your turn. Am I gonna grab you? So hopefully everybody goes back in. I'm so sorry that it cuts off every single time. Let's see if I can put this here again. Alright. gotta put the tablet up here because the puppies will start biting and eating it and knock me off the live every single time. Hi Lexus, welcome in. Thank you so much. I love these babies. This is actually my passion. I really enjoy taking care of them, the whole process. They are my babies. They really are. And I'm glad that it's you could see that, you know, that it's shown. Hopefully everybody will come back in. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Thank you so much for the roses. Every time at the 1 hour mark, TikTok kicks me off the live every single time. I don't know how to fix that. I'm gonna have to figure that out because it's been every single time. And it's abrupt too. It doesn't even give me a warning. You go live a lot, Sally. Does that happen to you? Oh, thank you so much for the stingray, Sally. I appreciate that. But does that happen to you? Come here, baby. Where are you going? What you doing? Oh, I thought he was gonna poop. Are you gonna poop? Come here, baby. Let's go. Come here. These guys, for the most part, will go in the potty trays, but once in a while, they won't. So if I see that they're gonna go, I kind of push them towards the potty tray. Where are my wipes? You good? Only if you're reported. But mine has been every single time it'll say live ended for inactivity. So I don't think it's a reporting issue. I just, for some reason, it thinks that there's no activity. So I'm like, do I have to touch a screen every once in a while? From like where I'm doing the live from? I don't know. Because it's been every single time. Where about that? Right? It is weird because like I said, every single time I'm like, oh, and then you would think I remember at the 1 hour mark, but then I get so involved in what I'm doing that I forget until the lives ended every time. I'm gonna have to put maybe an alarm or something. I don't even know. It's kind of frustrating. Welcome back, everybody. My live ended abruptly at the 1 hour mark, so if you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back. If you guys are new, thank you so much for joining us. I have 2 litters of Frenchie puppies on the ground. The first litter will be 7 weeks old on Monday. The second litter will be 6 weeks old on Saturday. Hi. Hi. And I just thought I have to do my little grooming routine with them today, so I thought I would hop on a live and share this moment with you guys and see if if you guys had any questions. Mom is downstairs. Well, the moms, because there's 2 moms. They're downstairs. They eat off of mom less and less now that they're 6 and 7 weeks old. They only eat off of mom a good couple times, like 3, 4 times a day, technically. If mom would be in here with them all the time, they would just be attached, feeding off of mom the whole entire time. They would be like a nonstop frenzy type situation. So I give moms a space because we're slowly in the slow process of starting to wean them off of mom. Or the moms. Ow, no scratching, no scratching, no scratching. Okay, you're fine. You're fine. Why cut the nails? Because they're super sharp. I don't know if you could see. They're super sharp. They hurt, and then also when they feed off of mom, I don't know if you guys have ever seen puppies or kittens when they're feeding off of mom. They do like a needling action. It's like this. And while they're doing that, they do that so to help the milk let down from moms. But while they do that, they're actively digging their nails into mom. So I cut them so that they're not hurting the moms, because if the moms are uncomfortable feeding, they're going to want to feed them less. That's number one. And number two, I get them used to a whole grooming process from a really early age, so that by the time they go home, they're used to being handled. They're not going to give you an issue with cutting nails or taking them to the groomer or anything like that. I'm sure you guys have seen all those crazy videos of Frenchies at the groomers giving the groomers a hell of a time to try and cut their nails or anything like that, or even baths. I don't want those nightmares from my puppies. You know, I don't want to ever hear that from my puppy owners. That would be a total embarrassment on me. So no, I get them used to that from an early age. So have you seen those videos? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, so you definitely know. No, we get them used to all this whole thing from an early age. I keep in touch with all my puppy owners. Part of my motto is, once you get a puppy from me, you're family for life. It's a Jersey Frenchie family for life, right? So I have constant updates from all my babies, you know, and I want those reports. I want to make sure that they're thriving, that they're used to the groomer, that there's no issues. I try to set up these babies for success as much as I possibly can when they go to their forever homes, because I do want them to be their forever homes, you know. Like I was saying earlier, part of my contract is that if for any reason they can't keep any of these babies, they come back to me no matter what. My babies will, I try to, for, you know, as much as I possibly can. This is why I'm always in constant communication. But I don't want my puppies to ever end up in a shelter, right? So that's part of the communication. That's also part of making sure that I send them home ready to the best of my ability, and you know that they'll transition over so well when they go home. That's all part of being a good breeder in my eyes. I love when people have nothing better to do. Right. Bear with me, guys. Love you, Sally. Thank you. Love you, girl. Love you, love you. So these babies are... Oh, here we go. Oh, we're starting to get all the trolls in. Hold on, bear with me. I love how no one asks questions and automatically assumes. I will gladly have a conversation with you and I'll educate you. But when you come in and assume, I don't have the patience. Have a conversation. We'll gladly talk it out. So these babies, I have 2 litters, 13 puppies total. First litter will be 7 weeks old on Monday, and the second litter will be 6 weeks old on Saturday. Between the 2 litters, I have 4 total males, and the rest, 9 are females. Sully, I should make you my moderator. I swear to God, I love you. Thank you so much. So what do I feed them? Right now they are on mush. Their teeth are just barely starting to come through. They're on a really softened mush formula, and as their teeth grow in and they get older, they will transition by the time they go home to dry kibble. How much is the white woman in the rain? What does that mean? All right, sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chats. Thank you so much for the beautiful babies comments, Sally. I appreciate you. Bodhi, I appreciate that. Thank you. I try my hardest and I pour my heart and soul into these babies so that they're, you know, and I breed for temperament and structure and all of it. And I'm glad that that is all conveyed as you see in them live. You know, that means the world, and I'm glad that that's seen. Temperament is, you know, temperament, strength, structure, and health, but temperament is definitely a huge one for me. I've seen some crazy Frenchies out there, and that's all A, about how they're bred, and B, how they're raised. You know what I mean? So while you can't control it 100%, you know, you obviously, as a conscious breeder, you're not going to breed a wild Frenchie, so that he can pass that, or he or she can pass it on potentially to their babies, you know, so absolutely not. Okay, I'm almost done, baby. I'm almost done. Because temperament, believe it or not, can be passed down, trust me, to the offspring. Oh, thank you, Sally. I really appreciate that. Which puppy do you want kisses? Want me to kiss? They all get kisses always. I get lots of kisses, I'll be honest. These little ones love to give me little kisses, see what I mean? I get all the kisses. Right, baby? Right? Yeah. Who else want 13 babies kissing on them? They bring so much joy. No, you know, I work in healthcare as my regular full-time job, and you know, it can be a stressful environment, right? So I can come home totally exhausted and emotionally drained from the day I've had, and I come home to these babies, and they magically make the world right again. You know, any kind of mental exhaustion or sadness or aggravation I've had from work, is gone instantly as soon as I see these little guys. Right, baby? Like instant dopamine hit. Absolutely. Ask anything. I love to answer questions. That's part of the reason I do my lives also. Sally, love you, girl. Yes, the potty trays are in the back. These little guys get started on potty training as soon as they start walking at 3 weeks old, and they get the hang of it pretty quickly, at least for pooping, which saves me a ton of headaches, really. So they catch on way easier for pooping on the trays. Peeing takes a little bit longer. We're still working on that, but they're 6 and 7 weeks. I still got a little time with them. We'll get there. I would say poop, they go on the trays about 95% of the time now, and pee maybe around 75%. We'll get there. We'll get there. Right? That's why we start so early. My French bulldog doesn't have his ears up. Is he a full French bulldog? How old is your baby? For the most part, by the time they're like 8-9 weeks old, French bulldogs will have their ears go up. But if the breeder if by that age the ears haven't gone up and the breeder didn't tape them so they stay up, there's a possibility that they'll stay down, and they'll stay down forever. So it's all about that timing of making sure that the ears go up and stay up. If he 2 months, no, you still have time. Um, do they kind of go up and they go down? Does it vary? Because sometimes at that age, because they're growing, remember, ears are cartilage. You need calcium for cartilage to grow. But because they're going through growth spurts at 2 months old, so he's about 8 weeks, 8 weeks old. A lot of the calcium will be directed to the bones as they're growing instead of the ears. So the ears will kind of flop down for a while, go back up. But you could add cottage cheese or high calcium items to his food, and that'll help the ears stand up. Always down. I love you, Sally. I should start paying you. You should be part of my team at this point. Make you like my marketing director or something. Always down. Okay, so you just recently got them from a breeder, or they're your babies? They're fully transitioned to dry kibble. Add a spoonful of cottage cheese to their meal once a day. Not a heaping spoonful, but just, a good little bit more than a teaspoon. How about that? Do that for a week, once a day. See if the ears start to pop up. If not, then you're going to have to tape them. There are a lot of videos on YouTube about how to tape them. I might have to do one soon. And then I could show you that also. Awesome. Oh, we are family for life, Sally. You know this. And they are. They're his brothers and sisters and cousins and all of it. Did I do this part yet? Let's get that part. Awesome. Yeah. I can walk you through the taping process and everything. Short hair or long hair? That's also part of it. So what I'm doing now is part of the job of the mom. So I do it, like I said, mostly so that by the time these babies go home, they're so used to being handled by humans and stuff like that they don't have any issues at the groomer, or if their owners are cutting their nails and cleaning their ears and nose folds and stuff like that. Just mostly, like I said, for them to get used to it. Fluffy, that's also half of it. If you notice, my fluffies, their ears are, most of them or actually all of them except for one, are down. It's a lot easier at this age, when they're 8 weeks old or so, to have the short haired ears go up because they're not as heavy. The fur on the fluffy ones will keep the ears down longer because it's a little heavier, but they do eventually pop up, or they should. But like I said, try the cottage cheese for a week, a little bit more than a teaspoon, once a day on their meals. And if that doesn't start to at least pop up one ear, then I'll walk you through the taping process. And the taping process is just going to be for like a day or two. And that usually will keep it, but you'll continue the cottage cheese for a couple more weeks to make sure that the ears are up and stay up. Like I said, because they're going through growth spurts at that age, they might go up and down for a little while, but eventually they'll go up and stay up. And that's what you want it to stay up. Oh, he's gonna love most vegetables, girl. Oh, they get plenty of love from their mom. Trust me. But I can't keep the mom in here all the time because they're gonna just want to kind of feed off of them continuously, and they're just gonna dry them out. They're 6 and 7 weeks. We started the weaning process. They still eat off of mom about 4 times a day, but not a constant thing. I transitioned them off moms fully by the time they're 9 weeks. This is also part of the reason why I also keep them an extra couple weeks, because I don't wean them at 6 weeks like other breeders do. I still am a firm believer of them getting all their antibodies from mom as much as possible until vaccines kick in. Come here. You didn't get a treat? Come here. You ran away. Come here. For them to wean off a mom is natural. Oh, trust me, these guys would. Let's put it to you this way. I have a 14-month-old female, and I have Concho, which is Sally's, her dogs. I have his sister. They will be a year old in September, and they still try to drink off of the moms. So no, they don't all naturally wean themselves. Believe me, if I would let them, they would continue to be drinking off the moms. Come here, Bella. You didn't get your treats. Come here. 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 Come, come, come. Good girl, yes. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, why can't I see this? Is this frozen? Is my live frozen from YouTube now? Oh my god, what is happening? Let me get out of this live and see what's happening. What are you talking about? So much babies. I have 2 litters a year. But okay. No, I'm talking about the live from YouTube. Alicia, awesome. Yeah, send me those pictures. I'd love to see them. Come here. We got another one here. Another one here. The 14-month-old is not the mom. I'm just saying I have a 14-month-old puppy, or not even, that's not even a puppy at this point, but I'm just saying even she still tries to drink from these moms. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right, here we go again. Let's see what happened to the live. You don't want you here. Oh, my knee. Oh, my knee's starting to hurt. Let's see what's going on with the lives. YouTube, you still there? For some reason it's frozen on my side. Hey, of course, I think someone restricted my live, so here we go. I love how people come in and troll. If they're not happy, walk away. I don't understand people. The moms are downstairs. So moms don't stay up here with the babies all the time. They are 6 and 7 weeks now. And if I left them all the time here, they would constantly feed off of the moms. So moms are downstairs, and they'll come up and feed them, you know, after the live is done. These guys get one more mush food meal, and then they get, and then they feed off the mom again. Nope, I can't. Can I not go back into my live? Okay. Alright. Let's see, let me just clean. And if you notice, someone came straight here and pooped. So they definitely, you know, have learned where to poop already. Now, guys, TikTok, I don't know if you guys are still there. I can't even get back into the live. It's restricted. Let me see if you guys are still there from the phone itself. You guys still there? Some of you guys are still there. I can't get in from the iPad. I can't get back into the live to see the comments. Who am I blocking? Let me see. I gotta look through this phone that I'm actually recording on now because I can't get into the live from my tablet. It's restricting. Was that the live? Who am I blocking at this point? I'm trying to look. Did they leave already? Hopefully, whoever it was. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Sally. You can see me, huh? I have a mod. That's what the tablet was there for, but they won't even let me back in with the tablet. I should have made Sally my mod, clearly. But Tony, thank you so much for the prayers. A lot of these babies do have homes. I do have a couple available, but it's still early. These babies will find really good homes. I'm also very picky about my homes that that they go to. I try to vet everybody really well to make sure that they're the best fit and that they are very aware of how to take care of this breed, because it's a wonderful breed, but they do have their quirks. I'll be honest. Awesome, Alicia. I'd have to get in. Actually, the only way for the mod thing is for me to follow you back, and almost tripped. If I to be able to follow you back, I have to get out of the live, I think, and then follow you. I don't know if there's a way for me to follow you from here. Let me see. Can I? Oh, I can follow back through here. There we go. Let me make. All right, Sally, walk me through this. Can I make you a mod while I'm in the live, or can I only do it before the live starts? How does that work? Let me see. I can't. Nope, that's not it. I'm not sure. So I'm on your name. It just says plus guest or unfollow, which obviously I'm not doing that one. Let me try the little three. Oh, add moderator. There we go. There we go. Thanks, girl. You know me. I'm a little old. All right, guys. I made you both, Alicia and Sally. I made you my moderator since I can't get it back in with the other account. Love you. You know, I'm a little slow when it comes to technology. You know that. But I'm great with puppies at least, right? That's what counts. I don't know. Girl, you know I'm a little bit older than that. Oh, Alicia, I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me see. I wish I could get back into the live so I could see comments, so I could finish the my puppy routine with these babies. They're waking back up, and I can't. If I sit back down, I can't see comments. I wonder how come you guys were able to stay, but I can't get back on the live. That's so weird. see. All right, loves. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to see comments, guys. I'll be honest. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm trying, bear with me, guys. They went and messed me all up once I guess they must have reported my live. Yep, nope, I cannot see the live at all. All right, it is what it is. But it says like 10 minutes, right? So I should be able to in 10 minutes. I did. I shut off the app and then closed and then opened it back up, and it's still not letting me. All right. Nope. All right. It is what it is. I don't know. You guys tell me, should I continue? But I'm not going to be able to look at comments. It's crazy. I don't know why. Or should I just call it a night? It's been about an hour and a half anyway. What do you guys think? I'm definitely going to come back and do another live tomorrow. If anything. Alright, I don't have... Alright, yeah, I'm just going to call it a night. Sorry, guys. I have to continue the routine off camera. It went and messed me up, and it's hard to be in there with them in the puppy palace and not be able to read all your comments. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys. Sorry about that. I will definitely be on tomorrow night if you guys want to join me again. And then Alicia, you send me your number and stuff, right? So we can continue talking. I definitely want your baby's ears to go up. Thank you for the prayers. I appreciate it. Sally, as always, love you, girl. Yeah, definitely text me. All right. All right, y'all have a wonderful night then. Again, so sorry about the way this live ended up. We'll try this again tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be better. One messes with my live, and I can continue to actually see the chat. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, I already friended you, so I could definitely look at your profile, okay? What is happening? All right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful night, okay? Good night, everybody. YouTube, thank you so much for joining also. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe.